In our later years, the world can begin to fade. Not the world itself, but our window to it. What if the path to restoring its color and clarity was not in a complex procedure, but in a tiny, humble gift from the earth, a secret hidden in plain sight? You must watch until the end, for the true practice is not what you think. The final understanding changes everything. Inner vision. We often speak of sight as something that happens only with our eyes. We see the tree, we see the path, we see the faces of those we love. But this is only one layer of seeing. There is a deeper vision, an inner clarity that guides our steps long after our physical eyes have grown tired. This inner vision is the landscape of our awareness, our understanding of our own journey. When this inner vision becomes clouded, the world outside also loses its meaning, its sharpness. It is a form of suffering, a quiet dimming of the spirit that often accompanies the dimming of our physical sight. We start to feel disconnected, as if we are observing life through a fogged glass. The colors are less vibrant, the details are lost, and with them, a certain joy for being present in the world. This is not an inevitable fate. It is not a path we must simply accept. It is a condition, and like any condition, it arises from certain causes. The question we must ask ourselves is not, how can I fix my eyes? But rather, how can I cultivate the conditions for clarity, both inside and out? This is a very important distinction to make. When we focus only on the physical symptom, we are like a gardener who only pulls at the yellow leaves of a plant, ignoring the soil, the water, the sunlight. The problem will persist because the root cause has not been addressed. The health of our eyes, this precious gift of sight, is deeply connected to the overall health of our entire system, our body, our energy, our mind. In the ancient traditions of cultivation, the eyes are known as the windows to the spirit. They are connected to the flow of our vital energy, our qi, and are particularly nourished by the health of our internal organs, such as the liver and the kidneys. When these systems are in balance, the eyes are bright, clear, and full of life. When they are depleted or strained, the eyes become dry, tired, and our vision suffers. So, you see, the journey to protecting our retina and our sight is not a direct assault on the eye itself. It is a holistic journey of restoring balance to the entire garden of our body. It requires patience. It requires a gentle and consistent approach. The modern world tells us to seek immediate solutions, quick fixes that promise instant results. But the body does not work this way. The body is a part of nature, and nature operates in cycles, in seasons. It takes time to plant a seed, to nurture the sprout, to see it grow into a strong tree. In the same way, it takes time to restore the deep foundational health that allows for clear vision. This is not a cause for despair, but a cause for hope. It means that the power to change is within our hands, not in some external, complicated technology, but in the small daily practices that we choose to adopt. It begins with understanding that our sight is a reflection of our inner state. When we are agitated, stressed, and our mind is racing, how can we expect our vision to be calm and clear? It is impossible. The first step, therefore, is always to turn inward, to cultivate a stillness, a quiet mind, so that we can begin to see clearly what needs to be done. This is the foundation upon which all other practices must be built. Without this inner stillness, any remedy is merely a temporary patch. So before we even speak of what to eat or what to do, we must first learn to be, to sit with ourselves, to breathe, to allow the turbulent waters of our mind to settle. When the water in a lake is stirred up, you cannot see the bottom. But if you allow it to be still, the sediment slowly settles, and the water becomes transparent. You can see all the way to the ground beneath. Our mind is this lake. Our life is this lake. The clarity of our vision depends on the stillness of this water. This is the true starting point. It is a practice of non-doing, of allowing. And from this place of inner quiet, we can then begin to introduce the simple, powerful actions that will nourish the body and in turn bring light back to our eyes. We are not just treating an ailment, we are changing the very environment in which that ailment arose. We are tending to the soil so that the entire plant may flourish once again. This is the path of wisdom. This is the path of lasting health. Nature's wisdom. Nature is the greatest teacher. If we have a question, we only need to look at how nature solves it. When a tree needs to be strong, it does not grow frantically in all directions. It sends its roots deep into the earth, establishing a firm and stable foundation. It is from this stability that it can then grow tall and withstand the wind and the rain. Our bodies are no different. To find strength and resilience, we too must go to the root. We must look for the foundational elements that provide deep, lasting nourishment. The modern approach often gives us isolated compounds, chemicals extracted and concentrated in a laboratory. While these can sometimes have a powerful effect, they are often disconnected from the whole. They are like taking a single brick from a house and expecting it to provide shelter. Nature does not work in isolation, it works in symphony. The nutrients in a single fruit or vegetable are balanced by other compounds within it, all working together in a complex harmony that our science is only just beginning to understand. This is why, when we seek a solution for our health, it is always wise to look for the whole food, the complete package as nature designed it. This is where we find true wisdom. A seed, for example, is a perfect illustration of this principle. A single tiny seed contains within it the complete blueprint for an entire plant. It holds all the potential, all the energy, all the concentrated life force needed to bring forth a new creation. It is a powerhouse of nutrition, designed by nature to be a perfect starting package for life. This is what we should be looking for. Not a fragmented piece of a puzzle, but the whole puzzle in miniature. When we consume a food in its whole form, our body recognizes it. It knows how to use it. The energies are balanced, the nutrients are synergistic. This is a much gentler and more effective way of healing and nourishing ourselves than bombarding our system with highly concentrated, isolated chemicals that can often create other imbalances. Think of your body as a garden. Over the years, the soil in this garden can become depleted. The constant demands of life, the stress, the improper nourishment, all of these things draw from the soil without replenishing it. The plants in the garden, which are our organs and our senses, begin to show signs of this depletion. The leaves, our eyes, may start to yellow and fade. The solution is not to paint the leaves green. The solution is to feed the soil. We must add back the rich organic matter that will restore its vitality. And the most potent concentrated form of this vitality is found in seeds. They are the beginning of the life cycle, the very essence of potential and nourishment. By introducing the right kind of seeds into our diet, we are directly feeding the foundational energy of our body. We are replenishing the very essence from which our vitality springs. This is a simple concept, but its implications are profound. It requires us to shift our mindset from one of fighting a disease to one of cultivating health. This is a more gentle, more compassionate, and ultimately more powerful approach. We are not at war with our bodies. Our bodies are our allies. The symptoms we experience are not enemies, they are messengers. They are telling us that something in our internal environment is out of balance. Our task is to listen, to understand the message, and to provide the body with what it needs to restore that balance. Nature has provided us with an abundance of tools for this task. The humble seed is one of the most powerful among them. It is a symbol of hope, a promise of renewal. It reminds us that even from the smallest, most insignificant seeming beginning, great strength and vitality can grow. We just need to choose the right seed and plant it with intention. The seed. So what is this seed? This small, humble offering from the earth that holds such power to nourish our vision and replenish our inner well. It is a seed that has been revered for thousands of years in the East for its properties of longevity and its ability to nourish the deep foundational energies of the body. It is the black sesame seed. Now, this may seem anticlimactic to some. You may have been expecting an exotic, rare, and expensive solution. But the greatest wisdom is almost always found in simplicity. The black sesame seed is a perfect example of nature's profound intelligence. It is not flashy, it is not aggressive. It is quiet, deep, and incredibly potent. Its dark, rich color is a clue to its power. In traditional thought, the color black is associated with the water element, with the kidneys, and with the storage of our deepest life force, our jing, or essence. As we age, this essence naturally declines. It is the slow burning of our candle of life. The black sesame seed is considered one of the most powerful foods for replenishing this essence. When we nourish our essence, we are nourishing the very root of our life. And from this nourished root, all other aspects of our health can flourish. The ancient texts say that the health of the kidneys is reflected in the health of the hair, the bones, and yes, the eyes. By nourishing the kidney energy with the food like black sesame, we are indirectly and yet very powerfully supporting the health of our eyes. We are watering the root to heal the branches. This is a much more stable and long-lasting approach than simply putting drops in the eye. You are rebuilding the foundation of the entire structure. The seed itself is rich in so many things our modern science can measure. It has healthy fats, antioxidants like sesamine, vitamins, and minerals like calcium and magnesium. All of these things are, of course, beneficial, but to focus only on these components is to miss the larger picture, the energetic quality of the food. It is the combination of all these elements plus its inherent life force that makes it so special. It is a food that builds, that moistens, that grounds. In a world that is constantly pulling us outward, creating stress and heat and dryness in the body, the black sesame seed has a cooling, calming, and nourishing effect. Think of it as a gentle rain for a dry and thirsty garden. It helps to counteract the depleting effects of a modern lifestyle and the natural process of aging. It lubricates the systems of the body, including the delicate structures of the eye. Dryness is a common complaint as we get older. Dry skin, dry joints, dry eyes. This is a sign that our internal waters are receding. The black sesame seed helps to replenish these waters, bringing back a suppleness and flexibility to the body. This is essential for the health of the retina and the optic nerve, which rely on good circulation and hydration to function properly. So do not be fooled by its humble appearance. This is not just another superfood trend. This is a practice rooted in thousands of years of human observation and wisdom. It is an understanding of the body as an energetic system, a microcosm of the universe. Choosing to incorporate this seed into your life is choosing to engage in a practice of deep self-care. It is an act of reverence for your own body, an acknowledgement that you have the power to replenish your own wellspring of life. It is a small thing, a tiny seed. But from this tiny seed, a great deal of clarity and vitality can be cultivated. It represents the profound truth that the most powerful solutions are often the simplest ones, hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to notice them. The practice. Now, it is not enough to simply know which seed to use. The power is in the practice. The how is just as important as the what. If you simply sprinkle a few raw seeds on your food, you will not receive the full benefit. The seed has a hard outer shell that protects the precious nutrients inside. Our body cannot easily break this down. So, to unlock the full potential of the black sesame seed, we must prepare it with intention and care. This preparation is not a chore. It is a ritual. It is a moment of mindfulness that infuses the food with your own focused energy, making it even more powerful. The practice is simple. First, you must gently toast the seeds. Take a dry pan, use low heat, and stir the seeds constantly. You are not trying to burn them, but to awaken them. You will know they are ready when they begin to release a beautiful, nutty aroma, and you may hear one or two of them pop. This process makes the seed more digestible and enhances its energetic properties. It is a form of alchemy, transforming the raw into the ready. Once the seeds are toasted and have cooled down, the next step is to grind them. You can use a simple coffee grinder or a traditional mortar and pestle. Grinding them breaks open the hull and makes all the rich oils and nutrients available to your body. As you grind them, you are physically breaking down the barriers to nourishment. This is a powerful metaphor for what you are doing for your own body. You are breaking down the blockages that prevent life force from flowing freely. The result will be a dark, fragrant powder. This is your medicine. This is your food for cultivation. Store it in an airtight jar and it will be ready for you each day. This simple act of toasting and grinding, performed once a week perhaps, becomes a cornerstone of your practice. It is a quiet time to focus on your intention. The intention to nourish your body, to clear your vision, to cultivate your life. Now, how do you consume it? The most traditional and effective way is to take 1 or 2 spoonfuls of the ground powder and mix it with a little warm water or into your morning porridge or rice congee. The warmth helps the body to receive it. As you eat it, do not be distracted. Do not be watching television or thinking about your worries. For these few moments, be fully present with this food. Acknowledge what it is. It is concentrated life force. It is a gift from the earth. It is the result of your own mindful preparation. You are taking this goodness into your body. Feel its warmth. Taste its rich, nutty flavor. This is an act of deep nourishment on all levels. It is a meditation. It is a prayer for your own well-being. By engaging with your food in this way, you are signaling to your body that it is time to heal, to replenish, to receive. Consistency is the key. This is not a magic pill that you take once. This is a practice. It is something you do daily, or at least most days, like dripping water that can eventually wear away a stone. This small, consistent act of nourishment will, over time, have a profound effect on your entire system. It will build your reserves, moisten your tissues, and bring a new level of clarity and brightness to your eyes. But it will also do more than that. The daily ritual itself will bring a sense of stability and purpose to your day. It is a small anchor of self-care in the vast ocean of life. It teaches you patience. It teaches you the power of small, consistent efforts. It is a practice that trains your mind as much as it nourishes your body. This is the difference between simply eating a food and engaging in a holistic practice of cultivation. The intention, the preparation, and the mindful consumption are what transform a simple seed into a powerful tool for transformation. Body's garden. When you begin this practice, you are not just targeting your eyes, you are nurturing the entire garden of your body. Think of it this way: the eyes are like the flowers of a plant. For the flowers to be vibrant and healthy, the roots must be strong, the stem must be sturdy, and the leaves must be able to perform their function. All parts are interconnected. By taking the prepared black sesame, you are first and foremost feeding the roots of your plant, the deep foundational energy reserves stored within your system, what tradition calls the kidney essence. This is the fundamental battery of your life. When this battery is charged, every other system in the body benefits. You may notice your energy levels becoming more stable throughout the day. You may find that your thinking is clearer, that your memory improves. These are signs that your foundational energy is being replenished. From the roots, the nourishment travels up the stem. This represents your core strength, your digestive system. The oils in the sesame seed, when prepared correctly, are not heavy or greasy. They are lubricating and help to soothe the digestive tract. A healthy gut is essential for absorbing all the nutrients from your food. If your digestion is poor, you can eat the best food in the world and receive little benefit. This practice helps to ensure that the pathway for nourishment is clear and open. It's like clearing the irrigation channels in your garden so the water can reach every part of it. A calm and well-functioning digestive system also reduces internal stress and inflammation, which is a key factor in many age-related conditions, including those that affect the eyes. The body is not a collection of separate parts, but a unified, flowing system. The health of the liver is also profoundly connected to the health of the eyes. In traditional medicine, it is said that the liver opens into the eyes. This means that the state of the liver energy directly impacts our vision. The liver is responsible for the smooth flow of qi and blood throughout the body. When the liver is strained either by stress, anger, or poor diet, this flow can become stagnant. This can manifest as pressure in the eyes, redness, floaters, or blurry vision. The black sesame seed, with its nourishing and blood-building properties, supports the health of the liver. By building better quality blood and helping it to flow smoothly, you are directly providing the eyes with the resources they need to function optimally. You are ensuring that this critical window to the world is well nourished and cleansed by a healthy circulatory flow. So while you may begin this practice with the specific intention of helping your eyes, you will soon discover that its benefits are far-reaching. You may notice your hair has more luster. You may find your joints feel less stiff. You may realize that you feel more grounded and less easily agitated. These are all reflections of a system coming back into balance. You are not just putting out a single fire. You are changing the climate of the entire landscape. You are creating an internal environment that is more resilient, more hydrated, and more vital. This is the beauty of a holistic approach. It does not chase symptoms. It cultivates health from the ground up. The clarity in your vision will be a direct result of the harmony you are creating within your entire being. The bright eyes you seek are a reflection of a well-tended inner garden beyond sight. As you continue with this simple daily ritual, something remarkable will begin to happen. The focus will slowly shift from the physical benefit to something much deeper. At first, your goal might be clear vision. You want to see the words in a book more sharply, to recognize a friend from a distance. This is a good and natural desire, but the practice itself will start to teach you a more profound lesson. The discipline of preparing the seeds, the mindfulness of consuming them each day, this becomes a form of training for the mind. It is a practice of patience. In our world of instant gratification, we have forgotten the virtue of patience. We want results now. But true, lasting change does not happen that way. This daily act teaches you to trust the process, to have faith in the cumulative power of small, consistent actions. This patience will begin to spill over into other areas of your life. You may find you have more patience with yourself, with your loved ones, with the unfolding of your own life's path. The practice also cultivates a deep connection to your own body. We spend so much of our lives living in our heads, lost in thoughts, worries, and plans. We treat our bodies like vehicles that we simply use, and often abuse, to get around. We ignore its signals until they become screams of pain or disease. This ritual of nourishment forces you to pause. It forces you to listen. It is a daily appointment with yourself, an act of kindness and respect for the physical vessel that carries you through this life. This growing connection fosters a new level of self-awareness. You start to notice more subtle sensations in your body. You become more attuned to what it needs. This awareness is the foundation of self-healing. You can only care for something that you are truly connected to. This practice builds that bridge between mind and body, a bridge that for many of us has been broken for a long time. Furthermore, this simple structure brings a sense of order and meaning to your day, which is especially important as we get older and our previous life structures, like work and raising a family, fall away. It can be easy to feel adrift. A simple, meaningful ritual like this becomes an anchor. It is a promise you keep to yourself each morning. It says, "Today, I will care for myself. Today, I will take a conscious step towards health and clarity." This small act of self-discipline provides a stable point around which the rest of your day can orbit. It is a quiet assertion of your own power, your own agency over your well-being. It is a statement that you are not a passive victim of aging, but an active participant in your own vitality. This feeling of empowerment is perhaps more healing than any nutrient or compound. It is the restoration of your spirit. So you see, we began with a seed for the eyes, but we have arrived at a practice for the soul. The goal is no longer just clear physical sight, but clarity of being. The ability to see the world without the fog of anxiety, to see yourself with compassion, to see your path with a sense of purpose. The outer clarity becomes a reflection of an inner clarity. This is the true gift of the practice. The improved eyesight is a wonderful and welcome side effect of a much more profound transformation. It is about how you choose to live each day. It is about infusing the mundane with the sacred. It is about understanding that the path to enlightenment, to health, to peace is paved with small, simple, conscious steps, taken one after another, day after day. Lasting clarity. And this is the final, most important understanding. The one that I promised you at the beginning. The secret was never the black sesame seed. The seed is just a tool. It is a wonderful, helpful, and potent tool, but it is not the source of the power. The true power, the source of all healing and all clarity, comes from you. It comes from the awareness you bring to the act. It comes from your intention. It comes from the consistency and the love with which you perform this simple ritual for yourself. You could have the most magical seed in the world, but if you consume it mindlessly, with a heart full of distraction and a spirit of impatience, its benefits will be minimal. The real transformation happens when you realize that you are the alchemist. You are the one turning the simple into the profound. This practice is a mirror. It shows you that the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. If you can bring this level of mindfulness, care, and patience to the simple act of preparing and eating a spoonful of seeds, you can bring that same quality of attention to your relationships, to your thoughts, to every moment of your life. This is what it means to cultivate your life. You are not just cultivating health in your eyes, you are cultivating a state of being. You are cultivating clarity of mind, stillness of spirit, and a compassionate heart. This is the ultimate protection for your vision, because it changes not just what you see, but how you see. You begin to see the beauty in small things. You begin to see the interconnectedness of all of life. You begin to see the world not as a threat from which you must be protected, but as a wonder to be experienced. The physical clarity of your eyes will be a beautiful bonus, a gift that arises naturally from this fertile ground you have cultivated within yourself. But the lasting clarity, the one that will sustain you through all of life's challenges, is the inner clarity. It is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you have the power to nourish yourself, to heal yourself, and to shape your own experience of reality through simple, conscious, daily actions. This is true freedom. It is the freedom from fear, the freedom from feeling like a victim to circumstances, and the freedom to see the profound grace that is present in every single moment, in every single breath. So do not just seek a remedy for your eyes. Seek to cultivate a new way of being. Let this humble practice be your teacher. Let it guide you back to the simple, profound wisdom that already exists within you. The world is not fading. It is waiting for you to see it with new eyes. Eyes that are bright, not just with physical health, but with the light of your own awakened spirit. For years, I felt like I was slowly disappearing behind a fog. Not just my eyesight, but my joy, my energy. I've tried so many complicated things. This was different. It's not just about a seed, it's about the lesson of patience and showing up for yourself. I started the practice last week, and the simple ritual of it each morning already makes me feel more grounded and hopeful than I have in a decade. It's like I'm finally watering a part of my soul that has been thirsty for a very long time. Thank you. I'm crying as I write this.